Hi guys, it's Jazz. How you going? Back to do another reading today. We're going to look at some messages for the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Um, so I've already cleansed, but I think I might just do one more. So basically, I'm wanting to get some messages for the Divine Masculines and Feminines, to get some clarification around their situations. So we'll see what comes out today. I'm actually feeling there's a little bit of sadness going on. A lack of self-worth, feelings of self-worth. I feel like there's some sadness on both the feminine and the masculine's part. So let's see if we can look into this, what's going on here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the After Tarot. Actually, I'm going to start with the New Vision. What do we want to say? What wants to come through for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine? Okay, I think we're going to look into why things are the way they are at the moment a little bit. There's going to be some messages about why there might be no contact, why people are struggling at the moment. Hopefully there's going to be some advice, as always, that comes through. What do I need to do? I'm hearing, what do I need to do? And I feel like that's coming from the masculine. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups. I'll just pull out a few. The Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. The Hierophant. Queen of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups. Okay, so here we have the King of Cups. I feel like the masculine is not aware of, all the tools that he has available to him at the time. The King of Cups is sitting in his throne, and it's like he's got these tools of action behind him, but he just can't do anything at the moment. He's literally sitting in an ocean of emotion. I'm really feeling that for some of the masculines out there, they really have no idea what to do. We've got the Eight of Pentacles here. This implies work, but it's like, so we've got this man in the foreground and he's working, and then we've got this man in the background and he's building this statue of a man. I feel like the masculine feels powerless to create his own, to create his own self, which is wanted to come out, but also to sorry about the glare there. I might just, no, it's okay. I'll put up with it. He feels powerless to act at the moment because he feels like everything is in other people's control. He feels like he has no control. And it's almost like everyone around him or other people around him are coping better, or they're being more successful, and he just is floundering. I feel like the feminine here, the Queen of Wands, needs to be offering some comfort here, whether or not you can do that in person or not. You can send love and healing energy to the masculines at this time, and even if you don't have anyone in particular in mind, it's still a really nice idea to send a potential partner in your future, or the partners from your past, or just keep them in mind, and don't be open to, don't point the finger of blame. I'm really feeling the Hierophant is about doing the right thing, and here in this card, I'm just being drawn to have a look at the card a little bit more here. Yeah, there's a peace dove here, and there's a snake, which can represent, meddling forces. And I think we need to really be mindful that regardless of what masculine is capable of or not, it's pointing blame is not what's it trying to say? The answer. We shouldn't just forgive and forget and move on, and so I'm not saying that at all, but what's being said is to accept the situation for what it is right now and focus on yourself. So feminines, focus on yourself, focus on keeping your boat afloat. I know that we're all under a lot of pressure at the moment. It's not that fun a time for some people, and so we really need to work together with the people in our lives. And so we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, and it's just interesting that I was just saying to focus on the feminine, to focus on themselves, focus on her own pentacle at this stage. And give the masculine some room to heal. Look at this, like, he's just, people have walked away, or he feels like people have walked away, or he feels like he's not worthy of the people in his life, or he wants them to walk away. There's these 2 cups behind him that he's not even looking at, because he just can't, he's just, yesterday I got the message that he's chilling, but I think, that he's hanging out, just doing his own thing. But I think there's a little bit more depth to this for some of the masculines. They're a bit lost. They feel like they've lost some people in their lives, or they feel like they've lost some support, or they need some support, or they just don't. Yeah, I'm feeling this feeling of despair, which was coming through yesterday. I'm just gonna get a few more of these cards. Okay. So we have the Tower and the Moon. The Tower symbolizes, look at it. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's an explosion. Everything around, everything's just flying out. These 2 people have, been tossed from this building that's on fire, and then the Moon card. There's some chaos happening here a little bit. These dogs are going a little bit wild, and the Moon signifies subconscious beliefs or unconscious beliefs that we're not aware of. I feel like there's a crumbling of these actually at the moment. So what's coming through is that there's a crumbling of programs that the masculines are experiencing, and literally they feel like the rug is being pulled out from underneath them, that they have no resources. It's just actually a little bit of a process that they're going to have to go through. Excuse my rushed speech today. I feel like there's a lot that wants to be said, but it's kind of, I've got to get to a certain point before the messages sort of start coming out. It's unusual. I just got this message. It is what you think it is. So if that means something to someone out there, if you've got a situation happening and you're not quite sure what the deal is, um, it's telling you that to listen to your intuition because it's quite possible that it's right. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of tension today. There's a precipice about to be reached. You know, there's going to be something unveiling. There's going to be some yeah, like I said yesterday, some truths that are going to come to the surface. Oh, okay. There's a closing out of a cycle, though. Yeah, this is what's happening. Actually, you know, the tower card. This is the after tarot, so it's almost like this has happened. This whole collapse has happened, and the intuition needs to be listened to. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, the message that came through, what you think it is, it is. Um, Keep that in mind, and it can be multiple messages that you're receiving that are possible, but just sit with them for the time being and just try not to figure everything out. Just be in receiving mode. Because you know the world here is definitely indicating that a new path is has begun. A new cycle has begun, and it's interesting. So people talk about 5 year cycles, 10 year cycles, or you know a certain amount of year cycles. If you can look at your life and say, hey, what's gone on over in the last 10 years? What needs to change, or you know what can I learn from what's happened in the last 10 years? And you know, if you really take control, if you want to take control of how you're feeling, you can assess your life and look at it analytically without try to look at it without emotion and just say, okay, what has happened? How can I see that? What supporting evidence is there for why I feel like I do right now? Try and make sense of your life. Um, oh, there's the Six of Pentacles here. Let me just see. Really, I might come back to that one because that's just, we've got. I'll try to talk through it and see if something comes out. We've got a man here who is giving to what appears to be a beggar, someone who obviously didn't have what he's been given in the first place. I'm thinking what maybe is here is that we need to, the masculines maybe need to think about what they actually have and what they're grateful for in their life and try and remind themselves what's positive, and that they are worthy of what's been given to them or what's offered to them at the moment. Yeah, I totally think that's what's happening. That's the message that's coming through. You know, look, we've got the Two of Wands here, which is just a really beautiful picture of two people touching, and they've got the world in their hands. It's like we go from being given out, you know, handed out bits and pieces. You know, we've come from a poverty situation to we own the world. You know, we have the world in our hands. Literally, we have control over this next cycle of our lives, and that is a really big message. This is really for the masculines. I think the hope. A lot of them are going into periods of healing, and they're actually taking control of their lives. So, you know, people masculines that I know are dealing with addiction issues, and they're dealing with some situations that aren't very pleasant, and they're actually acting on it, and They know that they're the only ones who can work on this. No one else can do it for them. That's like that. This card here. It's like no one else can make a statue of who I am. Like make a statue, but you know what I mean. No one else can create myself. I am me. I need to do this for me. So it's like, you know, I'm here working away, but am I working on the right thing? Do I need to change tack here? Do I need and path here? And the Chariot. So things are moving forward. Yeah, the masculine is taking control and working on the yin and yang aspects of their life. I really also felt that with this card there needs to be maybe what's missing is there needs to be some feminine support from the family, or perhaps a therapist needs to be sought out to really nourish the lack of feminine nourishment that some of these masculines have suffered during their time, during their past, their upbringing, and really getting the mum figure that has in the past, in the childhood, that has let down the masculine, and they need to work through that. Sorry there, I just had to adjust the window. Yeah, so the feminine figure, the mother figure, I really feel like for some of these masculines that I'm channeling for really let down their son. And so, you know, there's possibility for reconciliation with that. There's possibility for that relationship to heal, and for the mother to help the masculine now. However, there is going to be leftover trauma that will be affecting the masculine at this stage. I feel like this is a really there's a lot of emotion here. It's really so we've got oh wow, the Chariot came out on top of the Chariot. That's really interesting. Cool. So yeah, look at this. The Nine of Swords. There's a lot of healing need to be done. There's a lot of shit here that this excuse me, masculine is processing at the moment, and he really does have his hands full. Yeah, he's really got his hands full here, trying to deal with this stuff at the moment, and yeah, I mean, he is going to come out victorious. Masculines watching this, or feminines watching this on behalf of your masculine, tell them it's going to be okay. They can do what they've set their mind to. They can get out of these ruts and out of these patterns of behaviour and ways of thinking. They really can be victorious. And you know, this comes out on top of the world. The cycle's ending. You know, this is victory happening here. And we have the Sun. You know, there's happiness coming. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is new beginnings. This is, you know, this may as well be a unicorn. It's so fitting for the possibilities that are endless. I mean, we just need to see that, don't we? I mean, the Ten of Pentacles here indicates a really abundant life, an abundant ending to this cycle. An abundant beginning for this next cycle. Oops. Sorry about that. And then we have the Chariot here on top of the Chariot before, so we're really moving forward. They're really moving forward. Okay, I'm going to get I just want to get a Moonology card. No, I'm going to get the Whispers of Love card just to see. I'll use the Moonology as a confirmation. What can we tell our masculines right now that they really need to know? And this really has turned into a masculine reading, which I knew it would. It's for them. And it's for the feminines to know what's going on in the masculine's life. Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Okay, so whilst I agree on the focus on love part, look for the good in everyone, I don't think is massively great advice right now. I think we need to look for the good in our lives. So masculines, you need to look for the good in yourselves and look for the good in your lives and look for where you can create those opportunities. And love means that beautiful energy of self-acceptance and self-nurture and, you know, compassion towards others, compassion towards ourselves, and care. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. With this one, I feel like it's saying... The feminines, I actually feel like we need to be expressing our love to the masculine at this point in time, quite simply. In whatever way we can, in whatever way is being accepted, whether that's telepathically because you're not in communication, or whether it's, you know, doing something really nice for your masculine or a masculine in your life. Miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. These are all very cheerful cards. I feel like these are reminders that so we need to remember that everything has meaning. Nothing happens without reason. We've either attracted that situation into our lives, and how we deal with it is a reflection of us and where we're at. And miracles and blessings are around us. Please remember, we need to remember, and masculines remember, that we have your back. Quite frankly, there are a lot of feminines out there. I'm not the only one who will be talking like this. So yeah, just you need to be mindful that love is coming your way, and miracles and blessings. You know, everything is real. The heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Absolutely. So we need to remember that with these masculines that. You know, we don't necessarily know exactly what's going on with them. And we just need to send them love regardless. Romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. These are all very giving cards, aren't they? It's all about giving energy and time to the ones that we love. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty short reading. I'm going to grab an animal oracle, a few animal oracle cards. What do we need to know? What do we need our masculines to know? Ooh, chameleon spirit. Act as if. Very powerful card. Absolutely. If you don't feel like you have the power to do something, act as if you do. And you can do it. Just pretend for a little while. Just go, oh, I'm just going to try this. This and that are true. This is all about perspectives. You know, one person says one thing, the other says something. It's true to them. Whatever is said is true to them. But we need to be mindful that perspectives obviously differ between people, and where you're coming from and where your masculine or feminine is coming from, where your divine counterpart is coming from may be different. And there's always probably two sides to every, well, there is two sides to every story or more. And ways of perceiving things, how we perceive them metaphorically, or we might perceive them not in the 3D, or yeah, so there's not only just one way of looking at something. Oh my god. See the big picture? So that leads on from what I was saying. So yeah, look at the bigger picture. Don't hone in on certain little things that have happened, and really don't blame yourself or the other person for what's happened. We have no control sometimes. We are energetic beings. We crash into each other and different people and different frequencies, and we go off in different directions. And some people are really not meant to come back into your life. Some people were only there to do a couple of things, maybe even trigger you and make you grow, and then disappear, and then be a heartache for a year and a half, or there's someone you just can't get over. I know that to be true, and eventually you'll get the confirmation that you need, which is coming through, which will come. I predicted it yesterday. You'll know, you'll find out where you stand. Be fearless and bold. So that's really, act as if, and be fearless and bold. See the big picture, and see the big picture too. You're reminded that see the big picture as possible for you. And what is possible for you as well, not just what is, okay? Act as if everything is okay. Act as if you got this, because you do, you really do. It's only in your mind whether or not you can do this, and that's the be fearless and bold. We need to bypass our stupid mind programming and really and really take the lead in our own lives. And it doesn't have to be in a massive way. It just being little baby steps, you know what I mean? Just one little thing. Even if you don't, say if you go and start a course, the fact that you started that course, the fact that you wanted to do that, even if you don't complete it, it's okay. Because you've freaking done it. Like, you've just gone and done something, You just don't have to look till the end of the course. You might not finish it. But, and that's cool too, because, God knows how many courses I've started. And we get to the point where our lives, we're on the trajectory that we're meant to be on, and it's forever changing. I feel like I'm rambling so much. Time to let go. Yep. So whilst we're taking control of our lives, we also need to let go of battering thought processes or things in our mind that are beating us up, or we need to really separate ourselves and let go of that part of ourselves and become an observer, become an ever-present observer. Yeah. Okay, let's get some Moonology to finish off this little reading. This is all about the mind, guys. It is about the physical, but it really is about the mind. Excuse the background noise if you can hear it. You and your loved ones are safe. So you don't need to worry about the people around you. You just need to worry about yourself at this time. Masculines who are going through this difficult period. And you need to trust that, if you've got children, if you've got family members, everything is okay. Even if it's not 100% okay, it will be, and everything is taken care of. It will be taken care of. It goes the way it's supposed to go. And there are things that we can't control. A new start is coming, so I really feel like if you're really feeling like you want to try something new, this is a really beautiful energy to do that in. So just go, okay, I'm going to drop it. Time to let it go. I'm making my new start. You know what I'm saying? Hold your vision. Absolutely. So even if you don't have a vision at the moment, have a think about what you might want to try. Have a think about even just researching into a course or into a different job that you might be interested in, or which might be hard at the moment with the employment. Oh, we all right? Yep. But yeah, one more, because my storage is about to quit it. Luck is on your side, absolutely. These are beautiful cards. You guys have got it. It's going to be okay. Alright, love and light, guys. Thanks for being here with me, and all the best.